It will still be some time until vehicles like the Jetsons will become a reality. Steps are already underway to create and mass produce a car that no longer requires a driver. A driverless car, also known as an autonomous car, self-driving car, or robotic car, is an autonomous vehicle capable of fulfilling the transportation needs of a traditional car. It is capable of sensing its environment and navigating without human input. Driverless cars sense their surroundings by using radar, LiDAR, GPS, and computer vision. Advanced control systems interpret sensory information to identify appropriate navigation paths, obstacles, and relative signage. Much of the technology is already fitted into modern cars, which uses sensors and computers to park themselves, keep in lane, brake automatically, avoid collisions, and for intelligent cruise control, which allows the car to vary its speed with the flow of traffic. In the United States, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has established an official classification system. Level 0, where the driver completely controls the vehicle at all times, to Level 4, where the vehicle performs all safety critical functions for the entire trip, with the driver not expected to control the vehicle at any time, as this vehicle would control all functions from start to stop, including all parking functions. It could include unoccupied vehicles. Driverless cars certainly will change what people do during a trip. Passengers could read, nap, watch movies, or peck away on a laptop. New forms of car sharing might emerge, since a vehicle could drop a person off and then zip itself over a few blocks to pick someone else up. There are several forces leading to the development of the driverless car. Some of the forces are social, technological, and financial. Driverless cars will likely reduce accidents and traffic deaths. Car makers increasingly want to be seen as innovation leaders in driverless cars. Since motorists may not need a driving license to use a driverless car, those likely to gain from them include the disabled, the elderly, and even children who could be put into a driverless car at home and sent to school without an adult at the wheel. Google is a big force behind driverless cars. This is not to say that automobile manufacturers are not pursuing this as well. While Google has over 140,000 miles of driverless miles so far, by 2020, GM, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Nissan, BMW, Renault, Tesla, Volvo, and Google all expect to sell vehicles that can drive themselves at least part of the time. With that being said, the driverless car may take a while to catch on, just as the automobile did a century ago. Driverless cars are a technology which will drive social change. Some of the problems being solved are the reduction of accidents, injuries, and deaths. Road congestion and time spent traveling should be lessened. Independent travel will become available for the disabled and elderly as well as other non-driving groups. Vehicle traffic laws will need to be adapted and updated to include a driverless car. In the United States, state vehicle codes generally do not necessarily prohibit a highly automated vehicle. As of the end of 2013, 4 U.S. states, Nevada, Florida, California, and Michigan, along with District of Columbia, has successfully enacted laws addressing autonomous vehicles. Driverless cars will change the whole concept of independent travel. The need for drivers will be eliminated. Children can be sent to school unattended. The most convenient route will be left to the driverless car to determine. People will be picked up and dropped off without the need for parking. Another area to be impacted by is the trucking industry. Imagine trucks crisscrossing America without drivers and able to drive 24 hours a day compared to 11 hours allowed for truck drivers. Mercedes-Benz commercial division has unveiled its Future Truck 2025, which features autonomous driving technology that it says will allow drivers to take their hands off the wheel to manage other tasks while an autonomous highway pilot takes control. This is analyzed from a pro-consumer point of view. The driverless car has great potential in benefiting society. Parts of the technology are already used in today's vehicles, such as parking, keeping in lane, braking automatically, avoiding collisions, and intelligent cruise control. The benefits of driverless cars are relevant to easing many of today's society traffic problems, including better safety, less congestion, freedom from tedium of driving. The benefit is not only for those who own these vehicles, but will extend to those who do not as well. Some of the advantages that driverless cars will bring to society are fewer traffic collisions, increased roadway capacity and reduced traffic congestion, relief of vehicle occupants from driving and navigation chores, higher speed limits for autonomous cars, removal of constraints on occupant state. An autonomous car would not matter if the occupant were underage, overage, unlicensed, blind, distracted, intoxicated, or otherwise impaired. Alleviation of parking scarcity. The driverless car could drive unoccupied to wherever it is required, such as to pick up passengers or to go in for maintenance. Reduction of space required for vehicle parking, reduction in the need for traffic police and vehicle insurance, reduction of physical road signage, although physical signs may still be required for any human drivers, a smoother ride, and finally a reduction in car theft due to the vehicle's self-awareness. In spite of various benefits to increase vehicle automation, some foreseeable challenges persist. They are liability for damage, resistance by individuals to forfeit control of their cars, software reliability. A car's computer could potentially be compromised, as could a communication system between cars. Implementation of legal framework and establishment of government regulations for self-driving cars. Drivers being inexperienced if situations arose required manual driving. Loss of driving-related jobs. Loss of privacy. Competition for the radio spectrum desired for the car's communication. Self-driving cars could potentially be loaded with explosives and used as bombs. Ethical problems could arise in situations where a driverless car's software is forced during an unavoidable crash to choose between multiple harmful courses of action. Susceptibility of the car's navigation to different types of weather. Autonomous cars may require very high quality specialized maps to operate. Driverless cars have to be able to respond correctly to police and other pedestrian gestures and nonverbal cues.